Hezekiah was a great king. The Lord gave him peace. And actually, as we read in the last passage, before the one we just read, that he provided him cities and possession of flocks. The Lord blessed him, and herds in abundance, for God had given him much substance, very much. And you notice one thing that it doesn't mention that he had: horses and chariots, because God had given him peace during the time of his reign also. Oh, sure, there was trouble with, there was the threats come along from the king of Assyria, Sennacherib, but God took care of that. And so Hezekiah was very in tune with the Lord. You remember at one point he got sick 15 years before he died, and God promised him those 15 years that he would have to go above and beyond that he'd already lived. But Hezekiah still wasn't very spiritually. People didn't have the Holy Spirit back then. That's why the prophets. But, he should have asked of Isaiah before he went and did the dopiness that he did, where he showed all the ones of Babylon, all that he had. Should have asked of the Lord, should have inquired through Isaiah, who had, of course, the Spirit of the Lord. And Isaiah told him, wow, you did a foolish thing here. Then to show how dopey Hezekiah really was, he says, good is the word of the Lord which thou hast spoken. Yeah, he just told you that your sons are going to become eunuchs. Those that are to come from your loins, those children of yours, those grandchildren who will be kings. We know how it all ends. The last king, Zedekiah. Is it Zedekiah? He runs for his life. And God actually gave him an opportunity to stop it all by turning himself in. But no, he ran and hid, and God said, if you don't give yourself over to him, this is what's going to happen, and you can spare your sons if you do it. And he did it anyway. His sons were killed before his eyes. Then he was made a eunuch, as was spoken by Isaiah in prophecy. But then Hezekiah says, is it not good if peace and truth be in my days? Yeah, he's concerned about his days, but what about his children's? But he'd already goofed up. He went and showed him all the stuff. There's a lesson, I'm sure, here to be learned for us. As we keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Well, Hezekiah showed him all that he had. Didn't tell him about the wonders of his God. But it also speaks in the Proverbs about, talking too much. And I got to admit, I'm break that rule. So I'm going to stop talking right now, and we're going to get on with Isaiah 39, see what became of this.